In this video, we'll be taking a look at the latest release from Marvel and Disney, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, on 4K and Blu-ray. We'll kick off with a brief unboxing and then get onto a quick review of the film presentation and special features. As always, I will leave affiliate links down below in the description and the comments if you'd like to pick any of the standard editions up from Amazon. Before we get into this, don't forget to hit that like button down below. It does wonders in getting my content out there, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon to keep up to date with all my content. As with all of Disney's 4K releases, Shang-Chi arrives in a gorgeous slipcover featuring one of the film's poster artworks. The slip makes terrific use of embossing, which highlights the character, the graphic effects, and the film's logo. This is accompanied by a beautiful metallic shimmer, which really makes the whole piece shine. The spines of the slip are pretty standard, featuring an orange to deep red gradient, the film's logo, and a small thumbnail of Shang-Chi, the same image featured on the set's cover. This same thumbnail is once again used on the obverse spine. The back of the slip features a large image of Shang-Chi and a couple of other film stills, while offering a very small synopsis and a list of the film's tech specs and special features. Taking off the slip, you can see both covers are practically identical, bar some differences in layout due to space limitations. Opening up the case, we get the usual pamphlets, which include your digital code and a Disney Movie Club promo. As with most Disney 4K releases, Shang-Chi comes as a 2-disc set, featuring the movie on the 4K disc and the movie and special features on the accompanying Blu-ray disc. As per usual, the 4K disc features disc art, while the Blu-ray is Disney's standard blue disc with white text. Perhaps one of the year's biggest surprises for me, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is a film that over-delivered on what it promised us. Filled with some of the MCU's greatest action scenes and fantastical elements that I simply did not see coming, the film moves the franchise into welcome new territory as it continues to forge a path forward for the MCU's fourth phase, introducing us to new characters, many of which I'm dying to see more of, and mixing in some classics. It's a terrific entry that at no moment feels out of place or distant. Shang-Chi was shot at a resolution of 4.5K, but oddly received a 2K digital intermediate, making the film's 4K presentation another example of an upscaled downscale. As such, Shang-Chi isn't the most incredible 4K disc on the market, though is a great looking one regardless. Compared to the Blu-ray disc, which is fantastic for its respective format, Shang-Chi sees a decent uptick in fine details, clarity, and texture. It isn't the sharpest or most crisp 4K disc, but still offers a well-detailed image that is comparable to most of the other MCU 4K presentations. The greatest benefit of the ultra-high definition transfer is, of course, its terrific HDR pass. While Shang-Chi isn't the most colourful film in the MCU overall, it boasts incredibly bombastic moments of explosive colour and lavish sequences featuring beautifully soft pastels. The HDR pass adds a wonderful life and vibrancy to the movie, truly making for one of the most visually stunning Marvel 4Ks. As a fairly dark movie on the most part, the HDR pass also allows deep, rich blacks and vivacious whites, making for a well-balanced image. As mentioned, the accompanying Blu-ray disc is fantastic for its format and a top reference quality HD presentation. It doesn't suffer any real noticeable imperfections either. Additionally, the film boasts an incredibly impressive Dolby Atmos soundtrack, which highlights the film's wonderful sound mix. Music is large and booming, while soundscapes are terrifically immersive, particularly in the larger action set pieces and some of the more intimate moments. Some may find the track to be a touch quiet, a persistent issue with some of Disney's 4K Atmos tracks, but it's nothing that can't be fixed with a small tweak of your sound system. The movie can be found currently on Disney Plus in 4K, however, as per usual, the physical disc trumps the version found on streaming, which is addled with the usual digital imperfections. Admittedly, the streaming version does see the same level of detail as the disc, but the disc's HDR presentation is untouchable. One certain bonus of the Disney Plus version, however, is the ability to view the film in its IMAX enhanced expanded ratio version, which is a stunning viewing experience. Sadly, however, this is not an option available on disc. As far as special features go, Shang-Chi offers a pretty bare-bones selection, which is incredibly underwhelming, like much of Disney's Marvel home media offerings of late. We have 2 8-minute behind-the-scenes featurettes, one of which offers a base-level overview of the film's production, including its transition from page to screen, Simu Liu's journey to becoming a Marvel hero, and brief looks at VFX, art, and set design. The second featurette is a short exploration of the father-son dynamics of Shang-Chi and Wenwu presented in the movie, which touches on the history of the Ten Rings and the Mandarin in the MCU so far. While these 2 features aren't found accompanying the movie on Disney+, the service does offer a spectacular near 70-minute behind-the-scenes feature as part of its Marvel Studios Assembled series, which works as an incredibly comprehensive look at the making of the film. While this is wonderful, it's sad to see material like this held hostage on digital streaming, and once again goes to show Disney's prioritization of the format over physical. Additionally, the disc features a 2-minute gag reel, which is the usual bundle of fun. Highlights here are some great comedic riffs between Awkwafina and Simu Liu. And lastly, the disc's most expansive feature is an almost 15-minute selection of deleted scenes. While I'm not usually a huge fan of cutting room floor stuff, I'm always intrigued at material that's been cut from movies that I really loved, and the MCU offerings are always great, essentially offering a small slice of expanded universe material. Here we get extended action sequences, some more fun moments with Trevor, a couple of terrific sequences with Tony Leung at his absolute best, a wonderfully poignant scene between Shang and Wenwu, and a few other random pieces. The gag reel and deleted scenes, like the 2 behind-the-scenes featurettes, are also exclusive to the physical disc and digital edition of the film and can't be found on Disney+. Overall, Shang-Chi's 4K Ultimate Collector's Edition comes with a high recommendation from me. It's not the best 4K disc on the market, but it's a decent leap above the Blu-ray disc, and as per, absolutely trumps that available on the Disney Plus streaming service. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is available on home media globally right now. Thanks to Disney for providing me with a copy for the purposes of this review. And at that, I'm throwing it over to you. I want to know, what are your thoughts on Shang-Chi? And if you're excited to get your hands on the physical disc, fire away down in the comments below and let me know your thoughts. Hey everyone, if you haven't yet, smash that big old subscribe button up on your screen to keep up to date with all my content, and hit that like button down below. Also, don't forget to check me out on social media, and please consider supporting me over on Patreon for as little as $1 a month for exclusive videos, early access content, and to get your name up on the screen. Thanks again for watching.